Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to
Hey, how's it
Fishing the
going?
Fit with Captain Greg with Drag Taker Fishing.
Yes, indeed. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Yes, sir.
Man,
We're
you
gonna
look
be
good. You look good. Look like the week's been has been a blessing to you.
yes, sir. Did a little fishing. Got lucky and caught a few crappie yellow perch. Got a break in the weather. It actually warmed
Oh,
up for us for a couple of days.
oh, so you got that monkey off your back. You got the skunk out the boat.
Yes, sir. Temporarily. What
Man,
about you?
still looking to get that. So hopefully next week, I'll be fortunate enough to be able to get out there and hopefully hook into something. But
Hmm.
this week's been a blessing. It's been very busy, which is good. Rather be busy than not busy, right? But
Yes, sir.
can't really complain. It's Friday now, and everything is good.
That's what
But
time it is. I hope everybody doing okay this evening. Hmm. So the topic for today is built to lose and dreaming to win. Um, just gonna dig into that a little bit. Talk about purpose. You know what I'm saying? What that means to each and every one of y'all. If anybody else want to come up, just hit me in the messenger, Facebook Messenger, and I can bring you up. Let me see if anybody want to come in and give people a chance. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Give them a second, real quick. See what's going on. And while that we're waiting, let me give y'all a promo for the upcoming fishing tournament that's going on. It'll be coming in April for speckled trout. Y'all go ahead and join now. Get ready. We got cash prizes up to $500.
Drag Taker Series Tournament, Speckled Trout. Pre-registration is going on until April 1st. 15% off.
yeah, buddy.
It really is just that easy to win. To register, all you have to do is either scan the QR code or go to www.dragtakerfishing.com. Don't miss out. Good luck and tight lines.
All right. That's right. April the 1st. It starts, y'all. Go ahead and sign up now. Let's go. But I hope y'all been doing, like I said, I hope y'all been doing good this week. Staying stress free, staying healthy, fishing the fit. So we don't just fish, we stay healthy. We eat healthy, we
100%.
work out. Yes, sir.
So
Um,
one thing I want to add real quick about the fishing tournament. So it's not just the $500, right? We have sponsors now. We've been blessed enough to have sponsors for this tournament. So it's also prizes. So a lot of our sponsors are providing things that are exclusive to this tournament,
Mm-hmm.
such as Fish Bites. They're they agreed to provide us some cool little door prizes for all the winners involved. Along
Mm-hmm.
with Pat Sporting Goods, they have donated uh, some very cool like fish cleaning tables, which are really cool. I'm very
That's dope.
excited for those. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to some apparel and some very unique tackle. So
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely growing, and I'm getting excited about it, and you guys should too. So definitely sign up if you haven't already, and yeah, let's get this thing going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all heard it there. We got more than just cash prizes. We got gifts and other things. So that's what's up. Give y'all something to look forward to.
100%,
Um,
definitely worth your while.
yes, sir. I hope everybody been, like I said, been healthy, been stress free, having a good week. Um, let's see. So I was going to the difference between opinion and advice. So some people, get offended when you give advice, but they'll take your opinion over your advice. Pretty much about the same thing, but I like to say opinions. You know what I'm saying? Let them decipher it how they want to take it. But I guess you got to be licensed to give advice. So I think we should just go off opinions. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're certified in a certain field. But even then, it's almost like opinion based because some people get offended, some people don't. But like I said, the topic is built to lose, dreaming to win. That's kind of like in the context of like if you was playing basketball. If a basketball player was working out on their upper body and they didn't work their legs, they'll be building that upper body and they wouldn't be able to jump as high, and run as fast. So they're building the wrong part. So they're building themselves to lose and they're dreaming in their head, they're thinking they can win, but you at a disadvantage. And if you were to look at it from like an NFL perspective, it'd be as if a quarterback was working his legs and wasn't working his upper body. And he needs his arms and his shoulders to throw it down the field. So, you know what I'm saying? He's building his lower body, so he's building to lose and he's dreaming to win. So that's the context of what we're gonna be talking about today is are we built to lose and dreaming to win, or are we past that? Are we winning? You know what I'm saying? Most people are, trying to find out where they are in life. So um it's an understanding there, you know what I'm saying, to try to figure out what it is we trying to do and where we going. What you got to say about it, Greg?
So I would think that, especially when we talk about winning, right? Um,
Hmm.
Winning shouldn't just be focused on the end result. Like there's little accomplishments that are monumental in getting to
Hmm.
that end state or whatever that is. Um, I was listening to Steve Harvey not too long ago, fairly recently, and he was
Hmm.
describing pretty much, well, in the terms of it, he was talking to like just overall being a man. Now, mind you, he wasn't trying to make a comparison saying like being a man was harder than being a woman or anything like that. He was just
Yeah,
talking as far as the examples. Those are the kids. So you
yeah.
got to excuse me now. But
Yeah, they good, they good. Hmm.
basically, what he was getting at was that you know it's a thankless job, but you got to do it anyway. In
Yeah.
the little monuments, the little accomplishments throughout the day, you got to take a second to enjoy those. So when I relate it towards
Hmm.
business, like just getting started or being able to get out the concept of it just being an idea, and
Hmm.
actually taking that first step to making it a thing is a big deal.
Hmm.
And I think all those types of baby steps along the way,
Hmm.
they also need to be acknowledged because otherwise, if you don't make those baby steps happen, nothing else will.
That's right. Yes, sir. It's talking about what is purpose? Purpose is the reason in which something is done or created for which something exists. So
I agree.
it's the reason which something is done or created for which something exists. So a lot of people, they just live, say, you know what your purpose is, what you're here for, what are you good at? And, especially for men, that's really important because we're supposed to be leaders,
Hmm.
of a group of people, not just, of your family and your wife. You're supposed to be leaders of everybody that's around you in your circle. So more times than not, you have to find out what your purpose is. A lot of times, we don't find out what that purpose is till later in life. I know I didn't. I didn't find out what my purpose was until late, later in life. Most of my life, I was, look what I say the title is, I built myself to lose, but I was dreaming to win. And once I found out, I got closer to God and found out what my purpose was, then I could build off of that and strengthen myself where I could push past everything else. But coming up, the way I was raised, I was pretty much built to lose because all I want to do is play basketball, working dead end jobs. Didn't really see myself pushing past anything else. So I never even thought about fishing the fit, start my own website, none of that. So, um, being able to, like I say, get closer to God and find purpose in life, be able to be a motivation to somebody else, that light to draw people closer to God. And I'm just thankful that I had that purpose, in my life to be able to, reach people through this platform. So what do you think about purpose? What does it mean to you?
Well, I definitely agree with a lot with what you just said. Um, in particular, expectation is bred by exposure, right? So if you've never seen it before, it's hard for you to expect it.
Mhm.
So definitely being aware of your surroundings, like it's one of the pitfalls that a majority of us that look like me and you or young men in general,
Mhm.
we fall into just
Yep.
because we don't know any better. And it's not really any fault of our own. It's just the environment in which we're brought up. But
Mhm.
you know, I think I've been very blessed in the aspect of being a military brat and being exposed to the rest of the world. Like there's been
Mhm.
countless people that I've been able to run into that haven't had the opportunity to go outside the area in which they were born in.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
me being able to see the world at an early age let me know that there was an expectation for better or that better exists, right? So
Mhm.
um, as far as finding my purpose, it became really apparent to me what my purpose was because it was easy, right?
Mhm.
Uh, and it wasn't until I really started honing in on my relationship with God, and
Mhm.
my buddies would always call me Peter, right? And that's really what
Mhm.
speared it, because my brother
Mhm.
Sherrod, love him to death, he uh he would always call me Peter, and like he did it in joke as a like a joke, but
Mhm.
for whatever reason that's still with me. And one day I just asked him, I was like, man, why you call me Peter? Because
Mhm.
like I see him. Uh, he'll clean it up. But once I seen him, once I asked him, he broke it down to me that Peter was a fisher of men that God used. That was
Mhm.
his method of connecting with God, and I was like, oh man, that's and I just thought that was so profound. So
Mhm.
I started seeking, like a deeper understanding, and increasing my overall, I guess you could say my relationship with the
Mhm.
Lord, and it was one of those things where I was able to turn my purpose into a passion, and then from there
Mhm.
into a business, and then from there now it's one of those things where I feel like it's almost obligated for me to give back to the community.
Mhm.
You know, And my passion, my purpose is one of the ways in which I could do that. And especially
Yeah.
today's day and age, especially with the price of everything going up, it's one
Hmm.
of those things where I feel like it could never get old. Like even if I have opposition, it's really nothing. Like it's fishing. It's not like I'm affecting somebody um, in some you know irreversible way or something like that. It's I'm teaching you a way in which you could either feed your families, make lifelong memories, or go off and blow steam without hurting anybody. With
Yeah.
you and Mother Nature. So definitely
Yeah.
finding your purpose. I'm a definite believer, and it would definitely make room for you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. I want people to understand when I say built to lose. Just think of the context of you building something. But we like to build things to win. You know what I'm saying? You like to build ourselves to win. You know what I'm saying? To overachieve and to get past things. But if you just take a step and thinking about it in your life, like when you built to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like how you was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like just working dead end jobs or you know not not doing the things that will push you further in life that hold you back. But I mean, you dream to win. You know what I'm saying? You want to win, but like you said just a while ago, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like out our realm. You know what I'm saying? We're not taught that. We don't teach each other that. We don't support each other. We don't love each other enough to, you know what I'm saying, help each other. So it's almost like you most people give up in life because the harder they fight, they building something, but they losing. But you're dreaming big. You're dreaming to win. So with fishingthefit.com, we want to help people win. We don't want it to be a dream. We want you to stop dreaming. We want you to win. You know what I'm saying? We want you to build yourself to win. But just to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Even in relationships, it's like, especially for men, it's important that we build ourselves because it's a blame game right now. Men blaming women, women blaming men. But it's just start with the men. You know what I'm saying? We got to be on our square. We got to find our purpose in life. And we got to build off of that. You got a lot of guys that say they leaders and whatnot, but I look at like different YouTube channels and panels or whatnot, and you have groups of men up there. You know what I'm saying, with women, and it's a bit disrespectful when people talking over each other. And even though they may have talking points to further the conversation and to help the community, what they see is what they do. You know what I'm saying? So if you see people over talking to each other, disrespecting them, arguing and fussing, then that's what the people gonna do. They're not really gonna take what you're saying in context because the example that you're setting is what they see. So everything you say pretty much go out the window when it relates to that. I don't know if you know who Kevin Samuels was, but I respected him to the point to a certain extent. I mean, he had his views, I had my views, but still, you know what I'm saying, when he ran a platform, people respected it. If they didn't, he just kicked them off. But it set a standard that he's a man. He's in control. And that's
Yeah.
really important. You know what I'm saying? Not just on platforms, but in life in general, especially when you're a man of a certain status, you know what I'm saying? Um, so I just wanted to say that, you know what I'm saying? He's gone now, so rest in peace. But he was a man that was respected and he demanded that respect. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up.
Yeah, you mentioned something uh, that I just don't want to glass over real quick because it was a gem, right? Like you really
Mhm.
can't allow your fears to be bigger than your dreams. Like that in itself will kill it before it even starts. You know, when it comes to building anything, like whether you taking like a house, a building, whatever, in order to build up, you have to dig a hole, right? You have to lay that
Mhm.
foundation first. And a lot of times
Mhm.
that's the hardest part. So people give up, right? Because they feel like they're not getting anywhere. But it's almost as
Yeah.
if, you have to have a farmer's mentality when it comes to stuff like that. Like you got to plant the
Mhm.
seed and you got to continue to nurture that seed. And even though you can't see anything like physically happening, you just know that something's happening. And then before
Yes,
you
sir.
know it, that bad boy starts to sprout. and then it comes to fruition where it starts to develop fruit, and then you could harvest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I take that approach to everything that I do in life. Even when it comes to my kids, like I pour all I have into them, because they didn't ask to be here. They don't owe me
No.
anything. I owe everything to them. And
Right.
I apply that to business as well. Like, granted, starting from the ground up is one of the scariest things. Starting from scratch is scary too. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, there's gonna come a point in time where you go through and get all the credentials, you get all the licenses, you get everything, all your paperwork is in order. You get all the licenses that you need. Everything's good to go. And then you got to
Mm-hmm.
build your clientele. And then it's going to get to a certain point where it becomes easy. Every day is going to get
Mm-hmm.
easier and easier and easier. But by no means is it going to be like on easy street. Like you're always going to have obstacles. But those obstacles are essentially going to knock off those rough edges. Like
Yeah.
one example that one of my teachers used to tell me is Greg, there's nothing
Hold on.
wrong
Hold
with
on one
people.
second. Greg. Hold on one
Yeah,
second. What up, Ricky? Ricky Williams in the building. What's going on? Ricky Williams. What it do?
there
What
we
it
go.
do?
Man, what's happening, y'all? Good brothers. How y'all doing? How y'all doing,
Hey, what's
man?
going on, sir? How you doing?
Hey, man, everything's everything, my guy. Everything's everything, man. We chilling.
Yes,
Happy
sir.
Friday to you fellas, man.
Hey,
You too, bro.
happy Friday.
Man.
What's up, boy?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
hello, young king. How you doing? How you doing?
Say hey.
What's going on?
Got a haircut. Yeah. All right,
That's
go.
crazy.
Yeah.
How's it going,
Yeah,
Rick?
man.
But you can go ahead, Captain Green.
But yeah, so that's all I really wanted to say is just making sure that you have that farmer's mentality, because like you got to keep going, even though if you don't see anything happening, just understand something's happening. And there's going to be a day in which you're going to break through, and then from there is to everybody else it's going to seem like you're an overnight success, but very few people are going to be able to realize that no, you've been grinding for a while. So yeah, don't be scared to start though. You have to start.
Yes, sir. So, Rick, the title was "Built to Lose, Dreaming to Win," and in the context of being built to lose, it's like, Greg, you muted, Greg. What happened? He muted. You can't hear me.
Am I good now? I can hear
Oh,
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you good.
But in the context of that built to lose and dreaming to win, I kind of switched it around because a lot of people in their mind they think they're winning when they're really losing. So you know what I'm saying? When we've been raised, we've been built. I'm gonna give myself for example. Coming up, you know what I'm saying, doing everything wrong, you know what I'm saying, working dead end jobs. I want to win. I would dream. We all got dreams. You have dreams to win, and you're moving backwards. You know what I'm saying? In the being raised, you know what I'm saying, by the guys that's being raised by women, and you don't have that masculinity, you know what I'm saying, to be a man. So it seems to be a problem that we're dealing with today is a lot of guys being raised to be feminine, a lot of women being raised to be masculine. But I know on some of the panels that you've been on, it's been like a battle between the sexes because nobody wants to take accountability. But like I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? So I've been getting it wrong for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once I found, my purpose in life, I was able to help people. Once I found myself, then I was able to help others because I'm not lost anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to find my way, but for the most part, I pretty much got myself together. But I try to be around brothers that also, kind of got their stuff together so that we can build together and help those that may be lost. But that's why I kind of get it when I'm saying built to lose, because we building the men. They thinking they building them to win, but they actually building them to lose. And the women's the same thing. If you're building a woman that's to be masculine and in control, you're building her to lose. But when she gets in her 20s, she gonna want a family, but she can't really have that because she was raised to be a man. What do you think about that?
Mm. In my opinion, my personal opinion is that for one, what is winning? You see what I'm saying? Like, what is the win? I mean, we all got different goals and aspirations, so you got to get with somebody that's, you know, that knows that what you believe winning is. And I honestly believe this is that again, a big problem before we even get to the issue at hand is that we judge other people by what we consider to be a success,
Mhm.
right? And that's why I tell people you can't do that to people because I don't know where you came from,
100%.
right? We don't know
Mhm.
where your starting line was. So success is it's not it's a matter of perspective. It's not objective. You see what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
as far as us getting raised the wrong way, I mean, it's just I mean, you can say it's necessity, you can say it's neglect. I mean, either way it happened. But at the end of the day, you become an adult and you're responsible for you,
100%.
Mhm.
right? You're responsible for you. Um, and you know, it's not a battle with the sexes. It's not a war. It's not a war against sexes because I keep trying to tell y'all, a war implies there's a winner,
Mhm.
right? Nobody's gonna win this thing if we can't get along, right? Men are gonna lose, women are gonna lose. Um, Again, me as a man and
Mhm.
experience what I experience and going through what I go through, I don't blame women for what they are because if men are being men, women have no space to act the way they act, right?
Mhm.
So I don't understand why we worry about the women that's masculine or holding on to trauma and preserving trauma because all I have to do is win once with a woman,
Mhm.
right? I got to pick the right one once,
Yep.
right?
Right.
So it's simple to me when we, especially as us as black men, right? We
Mhm.
understand the game, but we try to act like the rules don't exist, right? If
Mhm.
you lay down with dogs, you get fleas,
Mhm.
right? So
Facts.
if it's a woman that's not on your program, bro, especially if you being right and exact, I reckon you know me, D. Men, we need to be
Mhm.
correct. We need to be
Mhm.
correct. We need to stand 10 toes down on what's right, not what we believe in, what we know is right. Right. And if a
Mhm.
woman can't, if you know in your heart and your mind as a man, you being correct, and a woman can't fall in line, why are you dealing with her? That's your mistake, not hers.
Yep.
Right. You ask her to be your girl. She know, oh, you gonna be my man? No, it don't work like that. Right. So people are who they are and they're going to do what they're going to do. As soon as people realize that and understand that you allow access, that's the biggest problem. It's not the sex, it's not the unruliness, it's not people different thinking different ways. We on the planet Earth. Everybody has their own mind and are able to think whatever mindset they think. But you are not allowed access to me,
Mhm.
That's true.
right?
Yep.
You are not allowed access to me. Right? So
Mhm.
as soon as you realize, like you said, the problem ain't them, it's you. The problem is you allow people that's toxic and you don't agree with to be around you. You do. It's not that they gonna do what they gonna do. Allow people to be them. You be you
Mhm.
and control access to you, and you wouldn't have these problems. And sometimes that require you being alone. It's what it is. Sometimes it's require
Yep.
you being on your own and making it happen on your own two, with your own two arms and legs, with your arms and your
Mhm.
legs. That's just the way it is, right?
Mhm.
That's being a man. Going at it alone when no one else agrees with you. That's being a man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And understanding the fruits of your labor will explain and knock down all the naysayers and doubters. Just like the brother Greg said, that it don't nobody want to acknowledge the work. They only want to acknowledge the win.
Mhm.
Right. So put your head down, get to work, do what you got to do. And when they see you win, you treat them the same way they treated you when you.
Hey Rick, that's what I say all the time, bro. I say, look, uh, for people that don't call me, uh, when like you say, when you win, you keep it the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not a sign of disrespect. It's the why change it up? Why switch it up? You know what I'm saying? If you was like this, if you didn't call me but once a year before, why you calling me now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people like to jump on opportunities. They watching. They always watching. They want you to do all the work and then they want to come afterwards. But
Mhm.
that's what you know what I'm saying. That's why for men you got to stand 10 toes down as a man. You know what I'm saying? That's all the way around. And I heard some people they'd be like, yeah, what is it? The women change a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, dog, you can't let a woman change you, because when a woman changes you, you get off your square. Then you're gonna start moving the way she wants you to move, and instead of the way you're supposed to be moving as a man. If you're on your purpose, she's supposed to get on your plan, on your purpose, and grow with you. And that's what I want women to understand. Is they kind of got it mixed up now. It's not hard. So if a guy got a plan, he got a purpose, and he's supposed to pick you. You're not supposed to pick a man. You're supposed to
Correct.
be
I
ready for
agree.
that man to come pick you.
I
So
agree.
if
But
Mhm.
right, you gotta have your stuff together to make
Mhm.
sure you are able to guide that woman the right way.
100%.
Right.
And like I
Mhm.
said before, this is the problem with men. You can't ask a woman to be submissive, but then blame everything on her, bro. You can't say you the
Mhm.
leader. You can't say you the leader and you running this household and then blame everything on her. It doesn't work like that. And again, if that's the
Mhm.
case, if you look at her again, if you being correct, my brother, if you being 10 toes down, and you look at this woman was like, you know what? You the reason why we in this predicament. Why are you with her?
Mhm.
This is
Yep.
what men don't understand. I don't blame my wife for nothing. I don't blame her because when I tell her to do something, she does it.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And
Yep.
your woman should be understanding that everything you tell her to do is not for her detriment. It's not to keep her under your thumb. It's not to, oh, you my wife, you know, this is why I'm doing it. I've showed you in the past that when I ask you to do something, we both are rewarded by the fruits of it, right?
Mhm.
But I gotta have my stuff together, right? And that requires me being a woman that understands that, hey, I got a track record and I do what I'm supposed to do. I say what I say and I do. I do what I say. I do what I say and I say what I do, right?
Mhm.
And again, if I'm
Yep.
being correct, D, there's nothing to talk about, right?
Yep.
There's nothing to talk about. Hey, shorty, you know this ain't working,
Yep.
right? But you
And
as
that
a
go both
man,
ways.
but you as a man, and this is what I tell our fellas, right? I don't give my wife no excuses. I know people be looking like, what you mean no excuses? What you mean? I don't give her no excuse, right? Because if she get out of pocket, what's your problem?
Mhm.
Ain't everything you said you required me to do being done?
Mhm.
I'm now out in these streets acting crazy on you. I'm not doing none of that. I'm being the husband you asked me to be in. You being out of pocket, you want to be here or not?
Yep. Yep.
Right? Men don't understand this, y'all. We can't keep blaming. They women do what they do, bruh.
Mhm.
Right? They do what they do. Men don't complain when they out here sticking everybody wife. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, oh, these women all bad then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, these
Mhm.
women, they gonna do what they want to do, right? Right?
Yep.
That, hey, I didn't marry her. I wasn't the one dedicated to her. If she wanted to give me some butt, she gonna give me some butt. Don't nobody care about that
Mhm.
dude then, right? You don't care
Mhm.
about it then. But when it's you,
Yep.
it's different. I don't deal with hypocrisies. I don't play that. I don't play in the
Yes,
gray
sir.
area because gray area is where the lies play.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep.
Right? Be a man, bro. That's what they don't understand. Well, she did this and you wasn't being a man because it wouldn't took me twice to figure she was trying to do me bogus. All I need is once.
Yep. Oh, that's
Mhm.
such powerful, man. So I mind you, I do my best to surround myself with older gentlemen or older people in general. Understand that's my cheat code to life, right? For those that
Mhm.
that there it is, right? So with that being said, my somebody, I don't know if it was my aunt or one of my it was an older figure. They always used to tell me, don't make a habit of collecting red flags. You just need one. And
Mhm.
what you said just hit that right over the top. I was facts.
Yeah. 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 Like you said, but and what they don't understand is, like Rick said, when he asked her to do something, she do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a problem, but it go both ways. It's not just the men saying that she do it. It go both ways. If she asks us to do it, we do it too. You know what I'm saying? If both people on they swear, the number one rule for me is if you do unto others as you had them doing to you, you can't go wrong.
Mhm.
You can't go wrong. If you love her the way that she love you, if you prioritize her like she prioritized you, she your number one, you her number one. How can you go wrong? You know what I'm saying? But people let physical things and money get in between that. You know what I'm saying? So even in a marriage or relationship, it always start off, with the googly eyes, y'all like each other, whatever, whatever. But then physical things and vacations and all, and more money and bigger house and all that stuff come into play, and it puts more of a strain on if it's the man, if it's the man, it's the man, or the woman, it's the woman. But that seems to be a thing that a lot of people going through now too, is that material things and the superficial things like the vacations and everything else that people want that they see on Instagram. So I've been talking to quite a few men, and they've been going through some of the same thing, uh, loss of relationships, lengthy ones too. You know what I'm saying? Some, like you say, you can't put the blame game, but if they've been together for like 15 years, you know what I'm saying, and then all of a sudden now she want to go out and do this, or he want to go out and do that, you got to cut it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's changed. The whole dynamic changed. What y'all built for that many years has changed. So people do change in time, and you know what I'm saying, you have to act accordingly. But I see that on some of the panels that Rick be on sometimes, the women, they would complain about, well, if he can't take me there, he can't take me there. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
I mean, that's deep. I mean, but that's a problem though, right? Because it's like, I don't know if most people don't realize that Instagram, Facebook, all these social media sites, they're highlight reels. That's not day-to-day stuff. So like, it's meant to look good. They're not showing you the full picture. They're showing you the end result. And it's unfortunate. A lot of people they base their everyday life off of that.
A lot of sometimes, bro, it ain't even the end result. Sometimes it's a stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, again, I don't worry about, like, I love my wife, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love my wife. You know what I'm saying? But if she left, if she left tomorrow, I'll be okay. You got to be okay with that.
Yep.
I don't own no person. I'm okay with that. Right? Again, I don't get mad at what the dude say. Oh, I did all this, and that's what you're supposed to do for your woman. It's part of the job.
Being a man.
Right? It's just what it is. Like I said, if we want to be honest about the real problem, is that most guys need their woman to survive. Right? I don't. Right? I don't.
No,
right? Like I tell people, I don't make no bunch of money, right? But I keep my numbers where they need to be at, so me and my wife can maintain our lifestyle. Anything extra, she don't have to go pay for it. I'm not doing that.
Yep.
I'm not doing that. But my wife also understands the reason why she's able to do those things is because I do the things I do. Right.
Yep.
So again, I understand what people say. Is like, I don't expect praise for it. You're supposed to do it, but we should have an understanding that I'm doing it for you. Right. And again, you don't, nobody, the first thing people need to realize is you don't own nobody. The only person you own and control is you. People are with you because they want to be around you, and you allow them around you. Right. Again, you're supposed to take care of your girl. If that's not what you believe, you're not gonna have no girl for too long. And if that's not what you want, that's cool too. Say that then. Say that then. So people know how to deal with you. But like most people out here, just like he said about this, they out here perpetrating a fraud, man. They don't, it's not they don't know what they want. They're just scared that if they said what they wanted, people really wouldn't deal with them.
Worried about what other people think about you. That's
Here's
crazy,
what they
man.
think about you. Here's what they think about you.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
I don't care, man. It's like, I'll put in my TikTok, man. That's what people don't understand. I put in my time. I put in the work, man. Right? And
yes, sir.
Right. Being unsatisfied, I go on these panels and I'm not satisfied. Like, being not satisfied is a female trait. You know what I'm saying? At some point, a man has to be happy with his life. You got to be happy, and I ain't gonna even say happy, content,
Mm-hmm.
content, right?
Mm-hmm.
All and I understand this notion, entrepreneurship and business. That's not for everybody, dog. It's not. If
Mm-hmm.
that's something you can do to make it, hey, by all means, I tip my hat off to you guys. I'm not
Mhm.
knocking it, but like I said before, I don't measure you guys my levels of success to y'all,
Yeah.
Right.
right? I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm a success story. I'm a success because I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all you
So
need.
right, and that's all I'm saying about men. It's okay. We can disagree. We can have different social statuses. We can have different levels of finance. But at the end of the day, as a man, if it come down to it, it's me and you in these two things,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's what men get away from. Like I said, we black men, we're guilty of it as a whole, just like we want to blame women, right? But we want our women to
Mm-hmm.
correct without correcting ourselves. That's the biggest problem.
Stop. Only use
Yep.
one. Okay.
And it's not enough of us being leaders. Most of them being followers. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Hmm.
said, want to live off a chick, want to get in and out of this one house, do what you want to do, and you can't. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna catch up with you in the end. It's gonna catch up with you. I don't care who you are. It's
Right.
gonna catch
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. At the end of the day, a lot of people look at what it take work to do what you do with your channel. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's the same thing with Captain Greg. He can drag taking fishing. It take work. It take dedication. It take time, and you have to be in a certain space mentally. You know what I'm saying to keep pushing because even what I do, you know what I'm saying, I do a lot. I do a lot, but kids events, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm. You be
fishing
working.
tournaments, teaching people how to fish. Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
You be working. You be working.
Catching,
Yeah.
yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
Cleaning fish, catching fish.
You can't care what
But
nobody else think. You can't care what nobody else
mm-mm,
think. You can't.
Because ain't nobody else gonna run your lane.
Right.
You know, like that race is yours. And
Right.
I think like one of the biggest things is that um, we get, I guess, complacent
Mhm.
and competitive uh, at the wrong times. You know, like instead of, I guess we're mismanaging our energy, so
Mhm.
it's being wasted. You know,
Exactly.
like uh, instead of working together, we work against each other to achieve the same goal,
I don't
and
know
then
why. It don't makes no sense whatsoever, bro.
we trip over the same mistakes. You
Mhm.
know, because we're not working together.
And then laugh at each other like, I could have told you about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And then
Weird,
we,
man.
you know, from the outside, you know what they say. You know, two fools arguing with each other is hard to distinguish who's who.
Hmm.
And right now, that's what we look like. You know, for the
mm-hmm.
most part, like we
Right.
see,
Yeah.
like me and Mr. Murphy. You know what I'm saying? We came together from. I saw him putting in work from Hawaii. You know,
Hmm.
from those that don't know, and instead of me coming down setting up roots here and saying, okay, I'm gonna do my own.
Hmm.
I came in LinkedIn with him and was like, hey, how can I help? And learn from him. Right. And now we're able to provide 3-4 times the product
That's
than
crazy.
we would have, you
That's
know.
crazy. Yeah.
And like if we could just see that from a preponderance of us,
Hmm.
you know, just working together instead of, and that's one of the things that marriage has taught me is that I, tackling your goals together is way easier than doing it by yourself.
Hmm.
You know, so yeah, I just took that and ran with it. So like I said, I try to soak up as much knowledge from y'all. No disrespect, but old heads as I can, you know, because like y'all been through it. You know, like no sense of me making the same mistakes y'all did. Shoot, just give me the
Yeah.
lessons learned.
Right. Give me the cheat code. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest thing, right? Is that, and I mean, and I understand it because a lot of the people from my era was messed up. That's just the fact of it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't really rely on that information.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't listen to each other. I listen to young kids because everybody got something they can teach you. A drug addict can teach you something. You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Open your ears and listen. If we listen as much as we talk, we'd be, way past our circumstance at this point. But we too busy talking at each other instead of talking, not even talking to each other, talking at each other than listening to each other. You
You
know?
know, it's crazy that you say that because like I was I was told not too long ago. I was talking to this one gentleman, and he brought me in close. He was like, "Listen, you gotta pay attention to your surroundings, right? And watch how people move. And when they fall, don't laugh. You need to learn."
Mhm.
And that was just so profound at the time, because, like, you know, where I was able to just sit back and just people watch for a second, and you'll be surprised at how much you're able to pick up just by being observant.
It's by paying attention. It's free, but it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's free, but it's expensive. You know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you know,
But
I
but
was.
like he
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
but like Rick said, I learned from young, I learned from the old, I learned from any and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Woman, male, even children. But Greg, how are you, Greg? I'm 45. How are you?
I'll be 32, 33 this year.
And what I tell you, I'm like, man, look, I learned from you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about who is the best, the biggest, the baddest, the oldest, whatever it is. It's that we come together and pull each other up. And that's where it come with, say, fishers of men, because if I throw my line out and reel you in a little closer, you know what I'm saying, we can build. You know what I'm saying? I can drop that line, I can pull you up. We can build. But you know what I'm saying, it's just what it is. We just gotta help each other out. You know what I'm saying? Rick helped me out a lot, you know what I'm saying? Free of charge. You know what I'm saying? He like, hey man, how can I help? I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? And if I can help anyway, you know what I'm saying, I try to do it too. But as long as we can keep a circle like that, you know what I'm saying, and build off of that. But I saw one video, you said people don't know how to love, man. They don't know how to love. They think they do. People don't know how to love, man. It's crazy. It's like it's like an allergic word or something, man. It's crazy.
You know, Miss Murphy, it's
Man,
funny that you say that, because it's very rare now that we find, especially amongst men, like free advice. You know, everything's like there's strings attached. You know, like, okay, I'm gonna do this for something. You know, and it's just it feels good to be in a company of people that aren't like that. You know, like, I don't know, that's rare. You know, especially if they're willing to do it for free.
mhm. We'll never go nowhere, man. Well, you'll never go nowhere if you're waiting for people to help you. You got to push forward. You know what I'm saying? By yourself. The people that's gonna come, they're gonna come along the path. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be few, but you got to notice who they are. You know what I'm saying? Grab a hold of them and keep it going. A lot of people, I need help. I got my family here. I got my family. Man, look, they not coming. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to win, and people got to understand that everybody don't want to win. So they act like they want to win. They think they want to win. And that's why I say, like, building they built to lose, but they dreaming to win. You can't tell half of these people out there, especially black men. You can't tell half of them that they not the man. They not a leader. Who you leading? It's
Or a
crazy. It's like,
boss, right? Everybody a boss. Everybody a boss with no
yeah,
employees, right?
Like I said, man,
yeah.
I never seen so many well-to-do people, man. Like, God dang, it's this many of y'all. Like, come on, dog.
It's crazy, man. It's why, like, what you building? What you doing? And this is another thing. Like, people, they do all this talking. You know what I'm saying? They got this kind of money, you got that kind of money. If you're not putting it in the community or helping, you're not showing us how, you know what I'm saying, to do it. You got all that money in your bank account. You ain't helping nobody. You're not helping the goal. You're not helping it, but you can talk about it though. But you're gonna keep that in your pocket and tell everybody else they need to level up to where you at. If you say you leveled up.
Man, that's so
It's
crazy.
crazy, man.
Because, like, I was just doing a
Uh,
paper on that. You know, like, what good are you? How useful are you if you can't help me get to where you're at? You know what I mean? Like, if you're just gonna show me, what good is that? Granted, thank you for the exposure, but now I need help how to get there. You know, if I can't copy your path, what good is, what good was it? You know, and if you can't tell me how to get there, what good? What good are you if you're not gonna, what I'm saying, contribute in that way? Otherwise, you're just perpetuating the same cycle.
Yeah, it's bragging at that point. Like I said, they'll sell you something that don't work in a second, though. They'll sell you something that don't work in a second, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely noticed that. Definitely.
Yeah.
I said, what do I know?
Yeah.
Mm.
They say they lie you. They lie you.
Yes,
Hey
sir.
Ricky, they don't just go for the women. Sometimes they go for the men too.
You see, I never say you. I said they. It's both of them, man. Like I
Yeah,
said, they.
yeah. They like it's crazy,
But
man.
that's why we can't get you. That's why we at where we at, man. Because nobody want to tell the truth about our people, man. They don't want
Yeah,
to tell the truth,
Yeah.
man. It's like
yeah,
before you get better, you gotta address your issues, man. And we never want to address our issues. You know what I'm saying? It's like the uncle everybody know about, but don't say nothing about at the Thanksgiving dinner and shit. That's what it feel like to me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. That's the same thing with how we handle politics. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know, if it's black on black, it's cool. If it's something else, we rah rah rah. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
just I don't know what it is about us. You know what I'm saying? But we like that. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to uplifting or supporting our people, you know where to be found. Oh yeah, man, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, man, I was gonna do that. It's like it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't. People don't know. I don't let it get to me. You know, you're either gonna be there or you're not. You're gonna support it, you're not. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
moving. You got to be that way because there's just so many fake people out here. You know what I'm saying? But you, on the other hand, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna help people regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna step outside
Regardless,
of my zone.
100%.
It is what it is. And the more of us that move like that, it can get out of our own frame, get out of our own mind. Because when you do that, you're in your own way. You can't proceed. You can't grow when you're in your own way. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
So
it's like my wife told me. It's like you can't get a blessing with your hands full.
Oh, real talk.
You
Oh,
can't
that's
get a
so
blessing
deep.
with your hands full.
Like there was a
yeah.
my mom used to always tell me of a
Mm.
situation, right? A story that she always used to be told was very similar to what you just said, Mr. Williams. She was like explaining a situation of her getting a new car, but in order for her to have a new car, she would have to clear the driveway first, right? Because every time she would see that crowded driveway, she would always say she get in the car, but unless there was action, there wasn't really anything to be done. So once that car was moved, there comes that new ride, and from there everything else took place. And it just draws back like a biblical verse I used to really hold dear. It was faith without works is dead. So I really believe that.
Hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
hope. You know what I'm
If you
saying?
don't
That's
want to
what.
do,
Go ahead, bro.
go ahead, Rick. Go ahead,
I
go ahead,
said
Rick.
it's like the word hope. That's why I can't stand the word hope. You know what I'm saying? I hope something gonna happen. Well, okay. Like
Mm.
hope it's a thought. Your thoughts supposed to invoke action, right? So if hope is you just thinking something gonna happen, the world don't work that way. The universe don't work that way. You know what I mean? So, oh man, get to work,
That's why I
man.
say they built to lose, man.
Yeah,
They dreaming to win.
get to work,
They
man.
dreaming to win. Shoot,
Hundred
what's
percent.
that? Huh? They don't do that no more. Man, look, I don't know what's going on with the way they're raising these men nowadays. It's like, I mean, I don't know whether it was our generation or what. You know what I'm saying? Like we were. Mama said you got to be out the house at 18. We didn't know what that meant, like if she really meant it or whatever. But you knew that when 18 came, bro, you be McDonald's or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? These cats nowadays they don't want to work. Like I know this chick, like she do tires, right?
Hmm.
And she unload tires in a van. How about she got employee of the year? Out of all them dudes, she got employee of the year. I don't even know how I would feel, man, if I was doing that and
Wow.
that's crazy to me, man. But I get it, you know what I'm saying? It's a lack of discipline, a lack of accountability. Um I mean I do thank God that, you know what I'm saying, I did get the discipline that I got when I was younger so that I didn't move a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Taught me how to be a man and fight and work for what I need in life, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these cats, like I say, they feminine. They don't know that. You don't know what that feel like. So when you don't know what that feel like, how to go get it out the mud, you know what I'm saying? you if it don't come to you, they're gonna try to get it from the women. If they can't get it from the women, then they're gonna try to get it from the government. They can't get it from the government, then they just out. It's crazy. But the moment they run into some money, let income tax come around. Let income tax season come around. Oh boy, you can't tell them nothing. Mm-mm. Got a little money in their pocket, man. It's crazy. But, that's
Like I
how.
said, man, all you can do is watch it. You know what I'm saying? Watch your lane, and again, allow access to people who are on the same mode you are, man. It's just life, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like ain't nothing wrong with it, man. It's all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm a firm believer everybody not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. You know what I'm saying? The ones that want to make it will. The ones who don't won't. It's cool, right? I can only be responsible for people who want to move the way I want to move and want to fall under me. If you don't, you ain't got to listen to me. Like I said, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I put stuff on the ground. If you think it makes sense and you pick it up and you try it and it worked, great. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? If not, it's your old life. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. I really don't care. I care about it as a whole, but I don't care about people who really not trying to make something. I ain't gonna even say make something to you because once you had kids, it's no longer about you. You got to leave something for your children, right? But to make I ain't gonna say the world because the world what it is, right? But to make a better spot for your children to reside in is just weird to me. I don't get that, bro. Like especially after you it's like ain't no kid asked to be here, bro. Like ain't no kid popping their daddy and mama head was like, ooh, y'all should do it. You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, especially if you was here and you was bought here under, not the most optimal conditions, or you went through traumas and stuff no child should go through, man. Why would you want to put another child through that? That's weird to me. Like, that's just weird to me, man. It's like, I don't know, man. People just weird, period, man. But like I said, it's cool. I'm okay with being by myself. I'm okay with rocking with people who rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Me and D, hey man, what's good, my bro? You know what I'm saying? How you doing, my bro? You know what I'm saying? It's like rock with people who rock with you, rock with ladies who rock with you, man. Like these people, if they acting funny, you shouldn't have to guess how a person feel about you. What is this? You know what I'm saying? This ain't the Wheel of Fortune. This ain't goddamn Family Feud. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to guess how you feel about me. If you don't rock with me, it's cool. Gone. I wish you the best. Like I tell people every time, I'm willing to pay for a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pay for college. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Be willing to pay for a lesson. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I appreciate you. And I tell people all the time, I appreciate you showing me who you are. What you mean by that? Exactly what I said. You don't need closure. The closure is me leaving you alone. That's all the closure I need. Right? Treat people accordingly, man, and your life will be so much better, man. And it's okay. And now, like I said, the problem ain't them, because people gonna do what they do. The problem is you, because you got an emotional attachment, or you relying on that person for something, or you need that person for a particular task or benefit, right? But when as a man, if you about you and you about your stuff, and you handling the way you gotta handle it, it don't matter if people come in and out of your life. Yeah, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I still got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? I still got stuff to do. That hurt goes away with time, man. And again, it's a lesson I had to pay for, because no matter what y'all say, no matter what men say in these spaces, right? You made that judgment call to allow that person next to you.
Yeah.
For whatever reason it is. Where you at, Rick? You in Minnesota? You in Minnesota?
Yes, sir. Rochester,
we never
Minnesota.
met.
Yeah.
Rochester. I've been there many a times.
Next time you hear, I got you. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whenever y'all in Minnesota, man, y'all ain't even got to pay for no bed, bro. Y'all got a place to stay. You got a place you're gonna eat and get some drinks. You know what I'm saying? Come on through. Just let me know, man. I take care of our people, man. I take care of my people, bro. And every black man or woman that's about their business and about being real with their families and being real genuine with people, I got you. But if you're not, it's a lesson I have to learn now. It can in a nice way or ugly way. It's completely up to you. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't. This is the problem. Like, I grew up at an age where, even though I grew up in the crack era and I grew up in the bad neighborhoods, everybody in my neighborhood knew each other.
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Everybody knew. I knew all my neighbors from corner to corner on the whole block, even the next block. You know what I'm saying? That's a certain familiarity we don't have no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
It used to be when I grew up. When I grew up, it didn't matter if the man was if you didn't know that black man or not. When you saw him in the street, you'd be like, "What's up, bro?"
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I hope you having a
Mhm.
good day, bro. Everything good. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't do that no more. And like we more connected, but more isolated than we ever been in history.
More about
Yep.
self. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
we supposed to.
I was telling some younger dudes that last week, and it was like I was like, we don't have a community now. You know, that I'm from the country. I'm from Carolina, but like when I was younger, we would go to grandma's house. Grandma would send you about 3 houses down. You would go get some eggs, then you go get some candy, then you go get some milk. You get flour, but we was able to get whatever she needed for breakfast or for dinner from within the community, within saying the circle, whatever was the neighborhood, and bring it back. So whoever didn't need something, you was able to get it, from your own people. But people was like, yeah, come and get it. See, seeing that was like learning, you know what I'm saying? But when you see that and you look at where we at today, it's like night and day. You know what I'm saying? You go to a brother now, hey man, hey, I'm doing me. They won't help you. You can be changing a tire, won't nobody help you, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
you got money, you gotta pay me, this and that. So but we want to blame it on everything else. We want to blame it on everything else. The self. We won't uplift each other, but we'll bring each other down. We walk right past a brother that's in need. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Hey
That's
man.
crazy to me.
Hey man.
But like I said, man, like Rick, he way over in Rochester, Minnesota. When he say he rock with people that rock with him, you know what I'm saying? Like even Greg, you was way over in Hawaii,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
it's reaching out to check on that person. You ain't even never met him before. You know what I'm saying? Just to see
Mhm.
if that person okay. You never know what especially black men. Stress is what our number one killer. You don't know
Mhm.
what that man going through today. He might need, you know what I'm saying, a what's up. He might need to see something that might make him smile. You know what I'm saying? Something to get his mind off, what's going on with the family or whatever. But now some black men, they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, stop texting me. You know what I'm saying? Why you blow up my phone? It's
Oh man,
crazy.
it's
You know
cool,
what I'm
man. It's cool, man. Like I said, man. Like, again, I understand life is about relationships, right? You're gonna get everything you want through a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Different relationships with different people, right? That's a lesson that took me a while to learn. Like I said, I appreciate my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a mess when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I was a mess. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that, man. I just think it's a lot of good people in this world. They just believe that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times they've been hurt and been through stuff where they put themselves out there on the line and somebody took advantage of it. I just think we need to get back to just trying to get to know people. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's cool. That's just where I'm at with like, man, it's cool. You want to rock with me, cool. If not, cool. You know what I'm saying? You doing that, man, that's cool. You ain't doing it, cool. At the end of the day, it's your life. And that's just where I'm at with it, man. But I just wanted to thank you so much for your time. I gotta swing out, man. I gotta pick up my grandson for practice, man. But
Appreciate you, Rick.
Yeah.
I
100.
got you.
Yeah.
Yep, I got you, bro, man. I apologize for being late for you, bro, but I got you,
Nah,
man.
you good. You good. Hey man, appreciate you for showing up. Everybody follow Ricky at Ricky Williams Boxing YouTube or at Instagram. What is it? RDub?
Yep. ARE_dubs. ARE_DUBBZ on Instagram. Right. YouTube, just do a search for R Dubs. It'll pull up, or Ricky Williams TWT or Ricky Williams Boxing. It'll pull right up, man. Hey Greg, it was great meeting you, bro. I hope we can talk
Hey,
in the future,
likewise,
man.
sir.
Y'all take care, man. Be
Appreciate it.
blessed. Take care of your families, man. Everything
Hey,
else is
You too,
good
bro.
to go.
Be safe out
likewise.
there.
Peace, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shoots.
Yeah,
Well,
man. Yes,
man,
sir.
it was a pleasure speaking with Mr. Williams, man. It's cool. We got
Yes, sir.
brothers and connections out in Minnesota. Man,
Yes, sir.
it's
Good
good to
people.
know.
Good people.
Heck yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's,
Appreciate
this world is getting a lot smaller, and I'm happy about that. I'm
Yeah.
able to reach out. So
All we got to do
I
is
mean,
reach out and support each other.
100%. I mean, that's
Mhm.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
These relationships are
really what life's all about. You know, that's the value.
Mm-hmm.
Man, as Mr. Williams was saying, I tell my students that every time. You know, life's all about relationships. It's not necessarily about what you know, but who. You know, and that'll take
Yep.
you so much further in life. You know, so um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, that's the sooner people are able to figure that out. I mean, the easier life really is.
Well, they gonna find out this year because we gonna push for it. I mean, we got a
Oh,
lot
100%.
going on. We gonna
Absolutely.
blow y'all YouTubes up. We gonna blow y'all TVs up. We got a lot going on this year, man. I can't wait for
Yeah,
this weather to break. It's gonna be Hollywood. Get your popcorn ready.
real talk though. So definitely gonna blow up all the social media: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. What else is there? If we missing anything, we're gonna try to get on it. But I mean, we apologize for not being sorry now. You know, I'm just letting you know we're gonna flood the market with that. And
Oh yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
But with that being said, hey, Mr. Murphy, I gotta hop off. I gotta go knock
So
out
I
some things with
appreciate you,
the
man.
kids
I'm gonna
and
go
play
ahead
with
and end the
them.
broadcast. We got an hour in, so I appreciate you for coming up. Appreciate your time.
You
I know
know,
you're a family
too
man.
easy, man. Already, you already know what it is, man. I'm more than happy to help.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace out, Greg.
All
Y'all
right,
be
take care.
good. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. FishingTheFit.com. Let's go. Mhm.